Joe, Joe. Hi, host Eric here, host Talking with Fence People. I'm here with fence person Lorenz Walker, a regular here on the show, and he asked me, what do you want to talk about? What are we talking about tonight? And I said, well, one thing that I wanted to talk about is Metasoap wanting me to ban her. She asked me in the comments, she asked me in the chat, and she texted my phone requesting me to ban her. And from what I can tell, her basic reasoning on this is that she spends too much time on talking to famous people, and she would like to waste less time on talking to famous people, I guess. What? Whoa! And your first question, response to that, your first response to that, Lorenz, was what?
Uh, I'm not too certain. Um,
It was why doesn't she ban herself, basically?
yeah, why doesn't she have the self-control to impose a ban on herself, or what would seem like a ban?
Right,
Because you, as a content creator, you would want people to be spending more time on your videos.
right. That's true. She's very positive thing for my statistics. If she's spending a lot of time on talking with famous people. But the question I had is, do you think if she really wants that and is like, please, I need you to ban me from this. I am addicted to it, which she's indicated as. But I don't know if she's joking or what. But that's what she said. Do you think I then should the right thing to do is for me to ban her?
Hmm.
If the situation were
I,
comparable and she were asking you to ban her, would you feel like it was the right thing to do?
I don't know. It could go either way.
What an INTP answer.
If
Um, Eric,
she was super insistent, I mean, why not? But I probably wouldn't if it was just the first initial request. I mean,
right. Well, I
it's kind
didn't
of
in the initial request. I didn't even. I assumed she was just joking.
yeah.
Let's see if we can get Eric involved here. He has arrived, but as yet we have no green things on him. So, Eric, I don't know if you were here for the beginning of this conversation, but Metasoap has asked me to ban her. She's asked me in three separate media, one being chat here on GoToMeeting, one being, um, I think that was, I may be wrong about the chat, but she definitely asked me in comments and she texted me and asked me to ban her. And the argument seems to be that she thinks she's spending too much time talking to people. So I wanted to see what people thought about that, whether they think that, in fact, I ought to ban her, or like if I were to say like, no, I refuse to ban you, like would I be doing wrong? Not that I'm considering that as an option. I find the whole thing exceedingly strange. Eric's still not there. I was kind of hopeful by the time I finished my little spiel there that something would have come on. No such luck. Um, Well, if you were to argue on behalf of the side that says, yeah, Eric, that's not cool, what would you say?
I would be arguing from the side that what's not cool, that you not banning her is not cool.
Correct.
Okay. Um. Well, they. If I was arguing from that point of view, she reached out to you on three platforms asking for a ban because she can't manage her time properly, so an excess of it is going towards your show.
If I were a liquor store owner and she asked me to ban her from purchasing liquor there, would it be exactly equivalent? And if so, would you expect the same thing from the liquor store owner?
Well, that's the thing. From a business standpoint, you wouldn't want to ban somebody that frequents your product or your service. But from maybe a empathetic point of view, I could see maybe why you would ban them. because they know that they have a problem, but they're also not fixing it proactively themselves.
But what if you ban them and then the next day they go to the liquor store next door and start spending their money there?
Yeah, that's why the original problem would be best to be solved by themselves, because if they can't control their time management on this one aspect, then how are they going to manage it on others if there are still like competitors or alternative options out there?
Well, it's always possible, Lorenz Walker, that talking with famous people is so vastly superior to any other option that in the absence of it, she just sit down and do her work. Whatever it
Yeah,
is, it's possible.
that may be true. Yeah.
It's probably not true, but it's possible. Um, yeah, I would guess that if in fact watching YouTube videos is like a fixation, like what you might call Compton, you stay out of there. Come here, Compton. Compton, come here. Compton, thank you. You might call it compulsion, right? Like compulsive behavior. Like this is for me, right?
Yeah.
Very compulsive. Hey, Compton, get over here. No, you're not going back there. You're a very bad
Like
dog.
if
No,
you ask,
Compton, God damn it, no. Hold on.
okay.
You are not going back there. Do you understand? You are not allowed back there. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so what were you saying? Sorry, I had to yell at the dog.
Uh, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But tips here now.
Well, let's review. This is going to be a video in which I review 3 separate times what we're talking about without really getting a great deal of distance into talking about it. Yo, T-Funk, are you there? I don't see neither mic nor camera. All right. Well, anyway, I mean the thing is, let's say that does happen. That the liquor store owner says, "Okay, you're banned," and the person goes to the liquor store next door and just repeats the same behavior just from a different vendor. Would you still feel as though you had done the right thing to the liquor store owner, or do you feel as though you would have done the wrong thing? Does that influence the
Uh,
morality of the decision?
I think. I mean, I think technically it's doing the wrong thing from a business standpoint, because then you're losing a frequent customer and sending them to the alternative because they asked you to ban them from your own service. But then they just go find an alternative.
Right. I mean, do you think is it possible that if you refuse to ban someone who asks you to ban them, that they'd be so mad at you that then they'd ban themselves?
I
It seems
don't.
possible at least. I don't know.
Well, it might be possible, but I don't think it would be likely in this case because of, I mean, the deep interest and is what I mean would keep Metasoap here, right?
Well, I imagine having a whole video talking about the fact that she wants us to ban her is not going to be the least interesting thing ever to her. Is this meta enough for you, Metasoap?
What is Tip Tech?
Go to. He told me to go someplace. Okay, I'll go to that place. Ah, look at that. It's an
Tip form.
example form. I see.
You can create an account and use it, Eric, but at this point it's very, very limited.
Well, let's put it
Just
on the
an
talking
example.
with. Put it on the talk. Okay, yeah, I get. It's an example. I got your idea there. It's great. Let's. What you need. We need to have a conversation. I can get you all the Dreamweaver connections information to put in so that it connects to the server. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to show you what we were
Yeah,
working with.
yeah, that's great. I'm impressed, dude. I'm impressed that boom, there's something to demonstrate. That's great.
Got the domain
That's cool.
$5 for a whole year. I was able to host it for like $10 a month. I'm not asking for anything from you. This is my personal thing, but I'm just giving you an idea of how cheaply we could make it work.
Right. Well, I already got hosting for the site.
Well, I'm just saying for the forum and whatnot. I'm just that's my
Yeah.
personal thing. I don't know what you have already.
Okay.
What are you
Well,
guys
yeah.
talking about?
Well, okay. We're talking about integrating the forums here, and I want to talk to him about working with me on one of the several sub projects I have here. So I'm kind of like dividing all my different projects into a bunch of different corporations. One of those corporations is the Talking with Famous People website, talkingwithfamouspeople.com, and I want to talk to T here about that. And I don't know exactly. We need to still have that conversation, is what I'm saying. So I'm glad to see this demonstration. This is great. That's cool. But let's talk before you push too far ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so like if you went up to a cigarette distributor and you said ban me from buying these from you, would they do it? Would they be morally obligated to do it?
They probably would not do it. They'd have no means of legally doing it, frankly.
Yeah, that's
I mean, but YouTube does. But see, the thing about it is,
yeah.
if I ban it, I'm telling YouTube this person has pissed me off in some way,
Hmm.
and I don't want to tell YouTube that because she hasn't pissed me off in any way.
Hmm.
Know what I'm saying? So there's that element too.
Well, you can ban anybody for any reason off your own channel, right? It's up to your own personal discretion.
Yeah, apparently. I think I actually did ban one. Did I ban him? No, I think I just kept deleting his comments and he just stopped. He had nothing constructive. There was one person. His name was something called like "I'm here to insult you," and he tried to insult me, but I kept you know smacking him around, and eventually he just devolved into like cursing at me. And he texted me. He texted me like, "You fucking faggot," blah 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 blah. And so I blocked him on my phone, and then I think I blocked him on YouTube. I may have just kept deleting his comments. I thought it was more interesting on YouTube than it was on my phone because nobody gets to participate in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you could do it, but the fact is, if you give them data, they're gonna interpret it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it seems to me an unreasonable burden to say provide false data to this company. And one might make the claim that it's not false data. You're just saying ban this person. You don't have to have a reason. You can't deduce necessarily they're going to conclude that. But they conclude shit about all kinds of stuff you do, right? They've got algorithms
Yeah.
in place designed to conclude shit. Who knows what impact that's going to have on things? I don't know. I mean, that's not a very good reason not to do it. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying these are some of the arguments in play, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop this video. This is a short one. Did you have anything else to add on this topic?
No, I probably wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't ban her?
Probably wouldn't ban her.
I guess I haven't made up my mind yet. But if she really persistently asks me to do so, huh. See, at the end of the day, it's a matter of do you respect what the other person wants, or do you respect what makes the most sense, or what's quote unquote
Well, yeah, but
logical?
it also stems for them having a respect for themselves and their time management, doesn't it?
Well, I don't necessarily know about that, but it would seem to have something to do with locus of control in the sense that even if you are out of control of something, you can respond to that in a couple different ways. You can say, like, I'm going to exercise self-discipline, which may or may not work. You can seek. Well, see, I mean, the thing is, you can seek help from others, which she might say is something she's attempting to do here. But my point is, it would be different if she were seeking help from me regarding helping her to abstain from it on her own, right?
Yeah. Or like how to maybe limit it, or
Right.
maybe
Can
a
you give me
certain
some?
amount of time is a week. Or,
Yeah, like Eric, you have experience with addiction. Can you give me some tips on how to abstain from your YouTube channel? Perhaps you can make some YouTube videos about it.
oh gosh.
Okay, but that's different, right? There's a whole different ballgame saying, can you help me exercise abstention techniques versus can you ban me?
Yeah. And I think that's more important because just being able to self abstain from things is better than probably just being banned and outed from a source.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's got my email address. She goes email if she wants back in, assuming you can unban people. But see, I haven't looked into it at all. She sent me a link to look into it. It gave me information about it, but I haven't actually looked into it yet.
Yeah, pretty sure you'd be able to unban her and all that. Does she want a temporary ban, a permanent ban? Like, does she just wants to be banned?
Well, let me see what her text is. Says temporarily ban me from your channel. I spent too much time there. That's what she says.
I could kind of see the point to ban her.
To temporarily ban her. Spent too much time there. TINEFE loop. And maybe you can give me your email. Well, I think I already gave her my email before, but regardless, my email is for anybody else who wants it. Is my name, Eric Strauss backwards, SuartSire at gmail.com. Yeah, go ahead.
So is it like? Wait, hold on. I forgot my train of thought again.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna just be silent here for a minute and let you think about your train of thought. Let's have a moment of silence for those still suffering. Okay. Did you figure out what your train of thought was?
No, I didn't. I am very forgetful.
Well, I've made sure that I've lost any train of thought that I once had as well. It's important to do that periodically, or else you get stuck on trains of thought. Um,
Okay. I did figure it out actually. So wait, she's getting caught in the TINEFE loop because what? The channel is it's an NTP haven and it's stimulating.
I guess. I mean, I find this whole line of argumentation for her is extraordinarily flattering. Like,
Yeah.
I'm addicted to your YouTube channel. Can you help me? Can you make me stop? I'm addicted to your YouTube channel. Can you make me stop? It's about as flattering a thing that anybody can say about your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I forgot my train of thought there too. Let's end this one. Eric's here. Let's see if we can get Eric in the mix
Okay.
and see if he figured out his audio video issues. Thanks for watching Talk with Fence, people, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.